Porter County Government. How may I help you?
I'm trying to reach the court administrator, I believe, Donna Kreischer for
Yeah,
Superior One.
1 second. Court administrators, could you please hold?
Yep, no problem.
Court administrators?
Hello, I'm trying to reach Donna Kreischer, I believe.
Yes. I
Yep.
work with her. Can I help you with something, or?
Yeah, I'm trying to reach the court administrator for Superior Court One.
Okay, that's us. I work in the same office. She's on the other line. Can I help you?
Oh, may I ask who I'm speaking with?
Noelle.
Noel. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to essentially, I guess, figure out how to, I guess maybe an email address for your office.
What's this regarding?
A public records request, ma'am.
Public records request. You're going to need to speak to the clerk's office and the
Oh,
records
no, 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 no,
department at
ma'am.
the
You see, the
clerk's office.
court and the clerks are two separate entities. If I had maybe some records that I thought that the clerk's office had that I was trying to obtain, I would speak with them about it. But I'm specifically trying to obtain records that I believe the court should have.
The clerk is the clerk of the court.
Right.
The records the clerk maintains are all the court records.
Oh, that's the thing, though, is the court does actually have some records. That's why there's specifically rules about access to court records. So I'd like to make my request just the same, and if you guys think that these records don't exist, you can just deny it.
Okay, which court? Why don't you speak directly to the court you're wanting records
Oh,
from?
I tried calling. I've talked to, you're like maybe the second or third person I've talked to.
Okay,
So
well, we work with juries. Our name, our title is a little misleading because it says court administrator, but we're also known basically as the jury administrator. We don't deal with records at all.
Oh, okay. It's very strange
Okay.
because all the other court administrators that I speak with throughout the state, that's kind of what they do. Apparently, it's different in Porter County. So, well, who would, I guess, take a public records request for documents that apparently you may or may not have?
I'm really not sure. I think you need to speak directly to the court staff or the clerk's office.
Well,
I
who would
go
be the
both
court
routes.
staff?
It depends which court you're involved
Well, I'm
with.
still referring to
Which one?
Superior Court Number 1, Judge Bradford. So what would I need to speak to?
Okay.
Judy, Nancy, Tina, Donna, Margaret, Melissa, Mary, Jessica, who? Rachel?
Well, no. The Superior Court 1 staff, you have some of those names correct. Judy is the court bailiff. You could speak with her. Or Marie is the front desk person. She's very knowledgeable. What have you spoken to her today?
Well, I've spoken to all kinds of people in this office today. I'm trying to find how a document was created in that office and 4 copies mailed out, but somehow you guys don't have a copy. And that's what I'm trying to figure out, is how you guys are the creator of a document that doesn't exist at this point. So I'd like to submit a nice official request so somebody can write this down on paper and I can submit it to a court
kind
under
of
the Access to
document is
Public
it?
Records Act as a denial.
Okay. Well, what kind of record or what kind of document are you referring to?
I'm told that a court order was typed up on November 14th where Judge Bradford had declined acceptance of 3 cause numbers as special judge from LaPorte County, and it was due to medical reasons and what I understand, I believe it's Jessica Burke, who I spoke
Yeah.
with. She works clerical there, from what I can see.
Yeah.
But she said that she typed it up. She'll have to type out another one. She assures that 4 copies were sent out to the clerk of court here, the judge here that recused, and my standby counsel, who's essentially, because I'm pro se, he's nothing but a broken mailbox at this point, as well as the prosecutor who's on this case. And magically, all 4 of us managed to not get a paper copy. And Jessica claims that there's
okay.
no electronic trail, there's no e-filing or anything that happened. So I'm just curious if there's some sort of, other documentation that would support this.
Well, have you spoken with the clerk's office yet?
Yeah. From what I can tell, the clerk's office hadn't gotten a copy either. It would seem that I don't really want to point fingers or anything, but the story that Jessica was telling me seems like it could possibly be inaccurate. You know what I mean? Like all four paper copies were mailed out, but nobody got them, and you guys somehow, for some reason, in violation of like an entire list of rules that govern court records as far as retention schedules and the destruction thereof and things, you guys somehow do not have a copy of this either. And I'm so certain that there's some sort of other paperwork, some sort of other documentation, such as like, a certified mail receipt or a certificate of service. Just there maybe a rough draft.
Yeah.
There's got to be at least one document that supports this, what I assume to be, because I'm giving you guys the benefit of the doubt, the truth.
Why don't you submit your request to the Porter County Clerk's
Oh,
office?
I will gladly submit a request, but I'd like to submit it. The Porter County's Clerk's office has nothing to do with this at all.
Yes,
So,
it does.
no, because they're not my clerk's
electronic
office.
file.
Kathy Kroback, the LaPorte County Circuit Court clerk's office, is my clerk's office. That's why.
Right, but they're not holding the records you want.
No, they never received the records that this office
Right,
that I'm
but
speaking
you're
with sent
look at
them.
The file. You want to look at the file.
No. I want you guys to prove that you sent these anywhere.
Well, it
Because
would
at
be
this
in the
point,
file.
it doesn't seem to exist. No, they're not on the docket. Nobody's received them.
Sir, listen, I'm not in a position to help you.
I understand.
So
That's what I'm trying to figure out is, can I get an email address for somebody in the Superior
don't
Court
have it.
1 of Porter County? I would like to submit my request to. I mean, if you're correct and I'm wrong and I got the wrong people, then I'm sure somebody in that courtroom with all those years of experience and legal knowledge combined can figure out a reason to deny me and tell me that I got the wrong place. But I'd like to try just the same. So if I can track
Okay,
down
you
the
can go
contact
ahead. Why don't
information
you
for
go-
somebody who would
Yeah.
be able to maybe display some sort of, gusto and tracking down and basically showing me that I'm not being lied to right now, so I don't have to file some sort of complaint against a judicial officer. That's what I'm trying to figure out, is there's got to be some sort of
If
paperwork that
you're
proves
looking-
this. Who would
if
I...
You're looking, sir, can I answer your question? If you want an email address, you can go on the Porter County website, and there's a
No, you
staff
can't.
directory.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
Superior 4 and Superior 6 are the only two that are actually on the county website.
That's not true.
It's absolutely true, and I screenshot everything. So prior
Okay,
to
well-
this, I've double checked about 3-4 times. So
Well, then
anyway,
why don't you send a certified letter?
because that takes a lot of time, and it's 2020, and we have things like email and remote access for public records.
Doesn't seem like you're following through with it, though.
Oh,
so-
it kind of does. That's exactly what I'm trying to do, is to figure out who would be the correct person for the court, because the clerk is a separate entity that I would contact, and
Why
they
don't
would
you
have
get
separate
a
contact
legal
information.
representative to help you? It sounds like you need some legal advice.
No, I definitely don't need
That's
any
what-
legal advice. I'm pro se, and I got nothing but
Right.
wins at this point. So, anyway,
Well,
so
that's
is
why
this a
people hire
denial? Is this a
lawyers.
denial then? Is there nobody in that office that would be responsible for taking a public records request?
Right, not in this office.
No. So nobody in that court there thinks that there's
No,
maybe
that's a different thing.
maybe a
That's a different
January
entity.
1st,
I am not
2020
in the
set of
court.
rules governing court records specifically and public access to them that like just went into effect 9 days ago. You guys aren't familiar with the access to court records rules specifically? You realize there's an
Sir,
entire
I
rule
don't
book
release
that...
records. I've told you this.
Right, okay,
We're in
that's
a
fine,
separate
but
office.
somebody there would be responsible for that. So I would
Right,
like
and
to...
you've spoken to them, so why don't you continue to speak
No,
to
it
them?
looks like Jessica's clerical. She makes not that much money compared to everybody else in the office.
That has nothing to do with anything.
Well, I would assume that her position on the Secretary of State's website is accurate, because you guys would then be submitting inaccurate information to the state. So, I mean, I'm going to give this info the benefit of the doubt because it came from your reporting agency. But just the same, there's definitely somebody above Jessica Burke in that office that should be able to answer this question.
See if you can find the email for.
That's maybe I should ask that. How about I'd like to submit a public records request in accordance with the Access to Public Records Act, Indiana Code 514.3, for any emails between LaPorte Superior Court 1 Judge Bradford and or Porter Superior Court 1 Judge Bradford and LaPorte Superior Court 1 Michael Bergerson, as well as with the clerk's office and any internal emails or memos, pretty much any sort of discussion on this case. I'm assuming a court order that doesn't exist said that, the court duly advised orders such and such and refuses this case or whatever. So
We're trying to find out an email.
I'm trying to find some sort of way to help you guys back up your story, and it doesn't seem to exist.
Yeah. Oh, can I get your name, sir?
Oh, my name is Christopher.
Okay.
Standard spelling, CHR. A. Throgmorton. THROG.
Hold on. THR.
Correct. OG.
Okay. OG.
And then Morton, like the salt.
I'm sorry, cut out for a second. THROG, and then
MORTON, Morton, like the salt.
Got it. MORTON.
Correct.
Okay.
And from what I was told, Judge Bradford had an order typed up by Jessica, and she mailed it out.
I understand you said that. Yeah, I got that information.
Yeah, I would
You're
just assume
trying to verify that.
it based upon the normal, ordinary functioning of a court system that there would be an original copy of this.
Sounds like it.
So I'd like to know who has it.
We're trying to find out.
Is there an electronic record of this by chance? I mean, from what I can tell, we have quite a bit of technology available these days, and it would seem that maybe somebody kept an electronic copy. I don't know. It would just seem almost impossible to me that you guys don't have a copy, and all 4 that got sent out in the mail were magically lost. It's some sort of grand conspiracy put on by the post office.
So I don't have any ability to help you, sir.
So can you transfer me to somebody who does?
Well, I don't know who that would be because it appears that.
Do you work for the Superior Court 1?
No.
No, so
I
I'm...
work for all the courts.
Right, so can I speak to somebody from Superior Court 1?
I think you already have today. So
No, I would like to know who can answer my question, just because I can talk to 40 of you guys today. You guys can't find the original document for something that you're about to be in trouble for.
Have you tried to work with a volunteer lawyer or Indiana?
Oh no, you see, ma'am, I don't need any advice. I need you guys to track down the original copy, or explain to me how I would like to talk to somebody in Superior Court 1 that can answer my question. So if you could transfer me, that'd be great. No, I mean, I don't think you don't even work in Superior Court 1, so I don't think it's up to you to just decide that my problem's solved. So if you could transfer me, that'd be great.
Okay, here you go.
Thank you.
This is Jessica.
Oh, hello, Jessica. I believe I spoke with you earlier. Do you have a supervisor?
Not in the building.
No, not in the building. So you're just running around there willy-nilly then, huh? Who would I contact in regards to a public records request for your court? Not the clerk. I understand that that's a separate agency. So I'm assuming, based upon, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt that this is a post office conspiracy, that there's an original copy somewhere that the court would have. Because obviously you're not using the Porter County Clerk's Office. The LaPorte County Clerk's Office never received a copy. So your office would be responsible for having the single original copy of whatever Judge Bradford had you type up. And whether you type up a new one or not, that original still isn't really eligible for destruction under Indiana's statutes for like a good 2.5 more years plus. So I'd like to submit a public records request for that copy, because nobody here in LaPorte County has a copy, and as the pro se litigant in the matter and the defendant in 3 different criminal matters, I would have, like this enhanced, right to a copy of that. So I would like to submit a public records request for that.
A copy of that at this point in time.
Can you explain how that happened?
No, I cannot. I cannot explain how that happened. I'm sorry. I do not know where the order is. That's why I have to issue a new one when Judge Bradford comes back.
Is that a regular practice for the court to not have a copy of its own order?
The order is misplaced. If
Misplaced.
Things happen, do you understand how much paper comes through this office every single day?
No.
I'm very sorry.
Do you understand how much paper I can put through that office all by myself in one day? I'm trying to figure out how to get one piece of paper from you.
Sir, if you're going to talk over me continuously and keep calling me...
No, I'm sorry. I'm
not gonna talk to you
genuinely...
and nobody is in this office.
Go ahead. So, how can we fix this? How
I
can we
don't have
fix
it
this?
at this moment in
All
time.
right, well, so is
There's
this a
no
denial?
order in this
Is this a
moment in
denial then? You're telling me it doesn't exist?
At this moment in time, there's not an order that I can give you right now.
So that's
there
a
will
denial.
Be, however, on Tuesday.
So the original, you guys do not have?
No.
Okay. So that's a denial under the access...
Once we enter the denial, it is no longer a case here, so we don't keep a copy.
Actually, there would be some rules in regards to maintaining records that would apply here.
If we don't have the case here, the judge isn't going to keep a copy of it. He doesn't have a file for you because he did not take your case.
Right. So do you guys document your activity at all?
Oh my goodness! I don't have time for this right now.
No, I don't have time to deal with you guys losing a freaking court order for 2 months. I mean, I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. Can you prove this or not? Is there some sort of other documentation that would reflect this? Do you guys
No,
enter?
there is no documentation. Trust me, to get you off my back, if I had an order to give you, I would walk
Oh,
over to you.
no. It's
But
about
I don't have it.
you're about to be on the stand in court. Are you kidding? This is not about to get me off your back. If you don't have a copy of that, that's a whole nother problem.
Oh
Because
my gosh,
you
you
should.
have a problem right now.
Yeah,
That is
no.
my
I'm
problem
about to
right
be
now.
your
I
problem
don't
for
have
like
an
the
order
next
to give you.
year. I'm about to be your problem for like the next year. Yeah. Bye.